When season 3 of The Bear drops, that's my weekend done. Don't contact me, don't text me. I will be binging The Bear season 3.
Feel good?
You feel good?
We're gonna see. We're open.
Let's fry our cavatelli.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Fry our wagyu.
Take your time.
Just bear with us one more second.
Refire.
I'm getting drilled out there.
Where are hands?
This is a dysfunctional kitchen.
Show me a functional one.
FX's The Bear. New season streaming June 27th exclusively on Disney+.
It's set in this restaurant in Chicago. They are basically cooking, running a restaurant, managing all their relationships with each other, dealing with all sorts of real life issues that they have to deal with while trying to keep the business afloat, which obviously is chaotic. And you feel like you're standing in the kitchen with them. So it's hot, it's tense, just like you're watching it almost holding your breath. And then when things go wrong, you're like, oh God. It's very rare that you watch a show that you really feel like you can feel what they're acting, the story that they're telling. You just feel like you're part of it. I don't know what it is. The show just speaks to me on several levels. So it's very foodie focused, obviously. The cast is great. The way it's filmed, it's very creative. They have created this magic recipe with this show. As the show goes on, the relationships really deepen and develop. And you can see how, even though most of them are colleagues and they're not actually related to each other, they are one big family. And I think the fact that you can feel sort of the love and the frustration, it's just such an enjoyable watch. It never goes too far. It nearly does. Sometimes there are certain episodes that you're like, oh my God, I need to walk away for a second. But it never goes too far to the point that it's too tense. It's just genius. I feel like everything about it is genius. So I would say the two pillars of The Bear, like the OGs, the show cannot function without them, is Cary and Sydney. As two actors, they just work together so well. From season 1, they're getting to know each other. Sydney is coming in. She's a really big fan of Cary. She really respects him. And you can just feel it off her. Like, she wants to work with him, and he is so caught up in, trying to get the business to improve and trying to find their feet within this business that he almost, like, you're watching it and you're almost like, Cary, just ask Sydney for some help. Like, she knows what she's talking about. Cousin / Richie is, he's a complex character. So you do go from wanting to shake him and just kick him out of the kitchen. Like, I'm sorry, if I was Cary, he's so annoying and he just gets in the way and he says the worst things. And then you get these little flickers of moments where you maybe overhear him in the episode chatting to his daughter. You see flashbacks of him and his relationship to Cary's family, and just there's a deep love inside Richie that comes out every so often. So you sort of learn to love him as the show goes on, and he delivers some of the funniest lines. And I just think he's a hilarious character, and he really does develop throughout season 1 and season 2. And I often thought in the early episodes of season 1 how that man still had his job. If you haven't watched season 1 and 2 of The Bear yet, or if you're geared up for a rewatch before the new season arrives, both nail-biting seasons are available now on Disney+. Favourite cameo in The Bear has to be Jamie Lee Curtis. What an icon. Fun fact, I actually met Jamie Lee Curtis when I was about 14. Served her in a restaurant. She ordered a veggie burger and she asked me what was in it, and I told her vegetables. What I loved so much about her, obviously, other than the fact that she's Jamie Lee Curtis, is just her character, and the story around her character snowballs, and it snowballs fast, and you just have to go with it. So I think she was an absolutely amazing addition to The Bear. I think all the cameos were picked perfectly, and I think they're here comes a food pun, they're like the seasoning on top of The Bear, but the actual core cast is the main dish. As great as the cameos are, and a cameo in any show is exciting, and I, again, cannot wait to see what the cameos are for season 3, it's the main cast that really keeps you hooked to The Bear. Number one, I think, is the chicken in the white wine and caper sauce. I have tried to recreate that on several occasions and don't know if I have done it justice, but my God. Number two, probably the outdoor barbecue in season 1. The mint Snickers. I mean, genius mint Snickers. The trailer for The Bear season 3 has me excited. I cannot wait to see, A, does Cary sort his love life out? I really hope he does. I want him to have love in his life. You know, he deserves it. I am really looking forward to seeing the restaurant up and running. So we've had 2 seasons of them getting it off the ground, developing it, making it into the dream restaurant that Cary and Sydney had in their hearts. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it up and running. And I'm also looking forward to seeing what chaos ensues. Looking forward to some more of the food because it looks like they've really upped the food standard in the restaurant. Like it's looking super creative, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's on the plate when the show airs. Season 3 of The Bear is available to watch exclusively on Disney Plus from June 27th.